Everyone trusted him. That's what makes this story so unsettling. He waved every morning like clockwork, fixed broken fences without being asked, returned lost packages before anyone even realized they were missing. The kind of neighbor you'd trust with your spare key, or even your children. No one questioned him. No one felt unsafe. And that was exactly how he wanted it. One ordinary night, everything changed. The friendly smile that everyone took for granted would reveal a darkness no one saw coming. It began on a quiet Sunday evening. The streets were empty under glowing streetlights. Sarah stepped outside for her usual walk. Headphones in, familiar route, waving to a few neighbors as she passed. Her husband watched from the window, expecting her back in 20 minutes. She never returned. At first, it seemed like a minor delay. Maybe she stopped to talk. Maybe her phone had died. But an hour passed. Then, too, panic crept in. Calls went unanswered. Messages went unread. By midnight, fear replaced hope. Police were called. The calm neighborhood suddenly filled with flashing lights and whispers. Officers searched the streets, nearby parks, and alleyways. K-9 units followed Sarah's scent, until the trail stopped abruptly, right in front of one house. A house everyone recognized. Mark Lawson, the man everyone trusted. When police knocked, Mark opened the door calmly. Sweatpants, TV flickering behind him. His voice steady. Smile relaxed. Alone all evening. No witnesses. No proof. Nothing alarming. But danger rarely announces itself. Experienced investigators knew better. One small detail caught their attention. Thin scratches across his forearm. Mark laughed lightly. "My cat must have done it earlier," he said. The officer noted something quietly. Mark didn't own a cat. For a brief moment, the police considered another possibility. Perhaps Sarah had met someone else that night, a stranger, someone from across town. It seemed plausible, until phone records showed something different. Every lead pointed back to Mark. The next morning, police returned with permission to search. Inside, everything was spotless, floors freshly cleaned, trash emptied. No clutter, no odor, no sign of struggle. It felt less like a home and more like a showroom. Then one officer noticed something odd in the garage. The concrete floor was damp, even though it hadn't rained. A faint chemical smell lingered. Mark hesitated, just a fraction of a second, saying he had cleaned an oil spill. Police walked past the damp concrete, unsure what to expect. Their flashlights traced every corner. The silence was heavy, almost suffocating. Every second stretched. And then they paused. They lifted a rubber mat near the corner. Beneath it, dark discoloration soaked into the concrete. Samples were collected. But before results could confirm anything, police hesitated, just as they had with the initial leads. A small misdirection added tension. Someone else had been seen near the neighborhood that night, fleetingly. A neighbor thought they'd heard a car engine at odd hours. Could it have been the stranger theory after all? For a moment, investigators wondered. But the evidence was already pointing in one terrifying direction. Lab results arrived. It was blood. Not Mark's. The mood shifted instantly. Mark was handcuffed. Neighbors gathered silently, struggling to comprehend what they saw. The friendly man who waved every morning now sat in the back of a police car. But this was only the beginning. Security cameras were reviewed. One caught Sarah walking past Mark's driveway, relaxed, unaware. Seconds later, a shadow moved behind her. The footage froze. Skipped forward 12 minutes, then resumed. The sidewalk was empty. No Sarah, no shadow, no explanation. With a warrant, police searched Mark's backyard. Less than 3 feet beneath freshly disturbed soil, they uncovered something small, yet devastating. Sarah's phone, still powered on, still locked, still waiting. Her body was never found. During interrogation, Mark remained calm, breathing steady, eyes unmoving. Hours passed. Then he leaned forward and said quietly, "No one ever suspects the helpful guy." That line sent chills through the room, and through anyone listening. Further investigation revealed a horrifying pattern. Mark had lived in 5 cities over 12 years. Each city had an unresolved missing person case. Quiet neighborhoods. Evening routines. No witnesses. No suspects. Different victims. Same predator. Mark had been hiding in plain sight for more than a decade. Politeness, trust, routine. His perfect mask. The trial lasted weeks. Families learned what happened, though some remains were never recovered. Questions lingered. Wounds never healed. One truth became impossible to ignore. Evil doesn't always look dangerous. Sometimes it looks friendly. Sometimes it waves at you. Sometimes it borrows sugar. And sometimes it lives right next door. Sleep carefully tonight, because you never truly know who you're smiling at. And remember, no one ever suspects the helpful guy.